A historic moment for Team USA in Milan. The men's hockey team defeating Canada this morning for its first gold medal since the 1980 Miracle on Ice. Madison Scarpino has that story. Hi, Madison.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, this was a thrilling overtime win against Canada as loud chants of USA were roaring from the crowd. And as you mentioned, this is the first time Team USA has taken home a gold medal since 1980. That was in New York against Russia. And today they are taking home the gold once again in Milan. Now, the overtime win was 2-1, and it was 24-year-old Florida-born Jack Hughes who scored the winning goal. Hughes scored it in just 1 minute and 41 seconds into overtime. And today in an NBC interview after the win, Hughes was saying how proud he was to be an American and so proud to win for our country. And today, Mike, is actually 46 years to the day since the U.S. previously took home the gold. President Trump even speaking out about the win, saying, quote, "Congratulations to our great USA ice hockey team. They won the gold. Wow." And today, unfortunately, is the last day of the Olympics, as the men's hockey game this morning was one of the most anticipated events. But good news for us, Team USA is currently ranked second overall. Mike.
It was a thriller. Madison Scarpino, thanks so much. Now let's bring in Sportscaster and Fox News contributor Jim Gray. Jim, welcome.
Hey, Mike. Good to be with you. What a great day. Great day for America, great day for sports.
Amen. You and I are old enough to remember the Miracle on Ice. How do you rank this one, and what do you make of the guts and perseverance of this American team?
Well, this is just so great because it's been so long. You have to be old like we do, old enough to remember the Miracle on Ice. But I want to call this Magic in Milan, and it was just magical. And Jack Hughes, just incredible. He lost 2 teeth earlier in the game, and then he comes out and performs. And Connor Hellenbach, he's going to become now a household name because this guy turned away everything. He had so many shots on goal against him, 42, and he turned 41 of them away. So he's now going to go down. He's going to be the new Jim Craig, and we're going to celebrate Connor Hellenbach for the rest of our lives, and he is going to be celebrated everywhere that he goes. And just a huge glass of champagne to him. The whole country's so excited that he was able to carry that team on his shoulders.
Jim, the 1980 team is credited with basically inspiring a lot of American kids to get into hockey and really growing the game. It makes me wonder where hockey may go from here when you have the United States men and women winning the gold over Canada.
Well, there's going to be a huge uptick and a huge lift, and well, it should, because it was just so exciting to watch, and it was on a Sunday morning. Everybody was home from school, and everybody was, having nothing else really to do because football season has ended. And so it was just a great thing to have come on, at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern time. And so everybody could congregate around the televisions and see what this is. So hockey will use this, and it will catapult quite a bit. That 1980 team, was just a much different setting. The Cold War was going on back then, and then to beat the Soviets and then go on to beat Finland the next a couple of days later to get that gold medal. And those guys, Mike Eruzione, he was in the crowd today, the captain of that team, and everybody remembers when he called everybody up to the stand. And now we're not going to forget Jack Hughes. And let's not forget his brother Quinn Hughes. A couple of days ago, my wife and I, we were over in Milan for the Olympics. We saw him score the goal to beat Sweden in the quarterfinals in overtime. So that catapulted them on to the semifinals and the finals. So the Hughes brothers, just huge, huge hockey guys now in this country and forever will be.
Can you imagine the depression in Canada, Jim? Because while they've owned the U.S. in recent tournaments, to lose in this fashion in overtime at the Olympics has to be crushing.
I'm sure it is. They invented the game, and they've been the standard bearer. They've been just so dominant. And I can remember being in Vancouver in 2010 when the Americans lost in overtime, and it was Sidney Crosby who broke the Americans' heart, much to the delight of Canadian fans and everybody who was in Vancouver for a home Olympics. So I'm sure it will be depressing, and I'm sure it will be tough to take. And when you saw them get their medals, you could just feel their disappointment. They played an incredible game. They dominated the game. They really dominated the game, but they didn't win.
So, Jim, the National Hockey League shut down its season for several weeks to allow these guys, the pros, to go play in Milan. With the United States winning, do you say to the commissioner it must be worth it?
Yes, for Gary Bettman and for everybody in the NHL, this was the best thing that could happen to the NHL. because everybody sees this, everybody's excited about USA. Now these guys will all disperse back to their teams, but they will carry this with them everywhere that they go. And everybody will be talking about this for years and years and decades to come. So this was a great decision by Gary Bettman and the NHL to get this figured out and to let the players go play.
Congratulations to the United States men's hockey team and their families and friends. What a win. Jim Gray, thrilled to have you. Thank you so much.
Great day for America. Thank you, Mike.
Amen.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.